Hi, this is Dakota at Boss Tables, and today I'm going to talk about how to properly square the table. So there's going to be these 8 bolts right here. They're 1/2 inch. There's also going to be 4 in the front here, also 1/2 inch, along with 4 going into the bottom of this aluminum 80/20. So you'll have to get inside there. That's also 1/2 inch. And then there will be 4 in this bracket right here that are going into the bottom of this 80/20 as well. That's going to be 1/4 inch Allen. You'll want to loosen up on both sides of the gantry. So once you got all these loosened up, the next step is that we're going to home the machine. Once the machine is then homed, we are going to go back through and tighten up bolts on both sides of the gantry. And from there, we're going to run the program to put our marks down. So we're going to want to put either like 4 plates in either corner or put a full sheet on the table. The next step is to attach a marker onto your torch. You can do this by using electrical tape. If you have a plate marker, you can also use this. The plate marker is also used for having the ability to make a part on your sheet first without having to cut it. If you're interested in looking to get one of these, you can give us a call and we'll help you out. So here what I'm doing is just drawing a circle. I'm just going to make it at a 1-inch diameter. From there, I'm going to highlight the circle and I'm going to move that to my 0, 0 on the grid. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that circle and place another one. So for this table, or for this instance, what I'm doing is it's going to be a 4x8 size table. So I'm going to be putting 4 circles in either corner. Depending on the size of the table or size of the sheet that you put up on the table, you'll want to move these circles accordingly. And from here, what I'm doing is I'm just going to highlight everything and group it together so that way I don't accidentally move anything. Then I'm going to hit the double arrows over into cam. So the way I got this set up right now, I got to change the feature type so that way it's going to be the inside of the circle instead of the outside. Right here, I'm just changing my width and length of the workpiece to match kind of what I'm doing. The next step is to highlight everything, right click on your mouse, and we're going to change your operation to set pierce pecking. And it should have a light blue in the center there in each circle. From there, we're going to take it into CNC. You'll want to zero out your program where you want it to start. From there, we're going to hit your set 0, X, and Y when it's there, and then set again, and then the sense power max. Next, we're just going to jump to the next line. The torch will drive over to where that next circle would be in the center. And then we're going to hit that program set and then sense power max again to have it make another dimple right where it's at. From there, we're just going to continue to do jump to line and that same process again. Another thing you can do to speed up this process is change it to, say, mild steel 26 gauge or something like that. Just so that way your feed rate's not at 150 like I have here. Once you have all 4 dots in the corners, you'll want to raise up the Z-axis and then drive the gantry about halfway down the table, so that way we can get a tape measure across and measure everything out. So once you got all the dots in all the corners, you'll want to grab a tape measure, and we're going to measure diagonally across the plates from the dots. Make sure you and whoever's at the other end of the tape measure are measuring the dots on the same side of the tape measure.
Okay. So you always want to go back to the previous inch while measuring to your dot.
So if you notice that it was out of square in any certain direction, right here this limit switch is actually on a slotted bolt pattern. So it can slide forward, backwards, whichever way you need to move it. So what you would do is slide it in the direction that you need to move it, re-loosen all the bolts, home it again after you get that where you want it, tighten everything back up, and run that program again until you get the table as square as you want it to be.